Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special training that we are doing. And this is about if you have a team and things, maybe you have a new project that you want to test, and maybe all these different departments of your team are working in silos. How do you bring something, a new project to life where everyone is actually on the same page? So, this is the training that we are doing today, and it's called the proven method to achieve team success without the constant resistance. I had a few experiences definitely on this, so I'm more than happy to share a bit more about some of the things that happened to me at the end. But we are here with the one and only Sian Young. Sian, how you doing today?
I'm doing really well. Always happy to spend time with you in the GTeX arena.
Aye, that's why we are here. So, for everyone that doesn't know Sean, she believes in a world where businesses are sustainable and profitable, and where cooperation helps us excel in competition. She calls it the interconnection between the planet and profit. She's an international speaker, a TEDx speaker, and co founder of the Center of Sustainable Action, where she's on a mission to turn small businesses and entrepreneurs into profitable and sustainable enterprises, humanizing business through cooperation. She earned her title as a sustainable success coach, and we are going to talk about the proven method to achieve this success without the constant resistance. So, Sean, are you ready to start?
I am ready to deliver and share this with your audience.
All right, let's go.
So, as we all confront the escalating stakes of sustainability, it's vital to recognize that failing to prioritize environmental stewardship in your business could expose companies. Well, globally, the figure is upward of 120 billion in the next 15 years. I mean, this is a risk that we don't want to bring into our business world, and we have the power to change it. So, our session today, the proven method to move from constant resistance to team success, introduces our solution, the Centre for Sustainable Actions, which is the Sustainable Impact Program. We call it SIP for short. And this transforms the approach that breaks down operational barriers to sustainability initiatives, and you can use it for any other initiatives that you want to bring forward. I'm going to show you how to bring them forward in a data driven research way, which is how we're going to do it. Let's get into it anyway. So, as I was saying, data driven. Our program, it arms teams with digital tools because you can't make proactive, informed decisions on any initiative, sustainable or not, unless you have data to tell you what is working and what is not. And even the Carbon Disclosure Project has said that if you lead with a pilot project when implementing initiatives, you can get an 18% ROI compared to businesses that don't prioritize this approach. And then you come against resistance. I mean, navigating the complexities of change within an organization and within teams is very difficult because resource related anxieties are a problem. You have to dismantle entrenched mindsets, and you need to really prove to people in your organization with data driven decisions like why you want to do what you want to do. And organizations are bombarded constantly with numerous conflicting demands, as you know, stretching resources, and this overwhelms people and it gets them into a decision fatigue, which makes it even more difficult for them to choose different strategies moving forward. So you have to maximize your resources, okay? So streamlining and amplifying the impact of your sustainability efforts by incorporating a pilot phase has been, McKinsey report showed that company slash operational costs by 30%. So this was just because of better resource allocations. So the preparation stage is key to the success of any project. And this is by showcasing a commitment to this, you can really have this forward thinking approach that ensures that the resources you're using are conserved, and also that you strategically invest them. Okay, so this is how you build sustainability and profitability in the long term into your business with the choices you make. So, in today's session, as I said, I'm really excited to share with you our Sustainable Impact Program, which, as we said, we call SIP. And this is how you can refine your organization's approach. Okay. Imagine leading your industry, not just in profitability, but sustainability, and creating a ripple effect of positive change across your sector. So the SIP program offers you a pathway to integrate sustainability deeply and effectively across your operations. So by joining us, you would acquire the essential skills to break down organizational silos and enhance cross departmental collaboration, and especially with organizations working virtual a lot now and hybrid. This is a really good way to bring the team together. So this is a program that's been well designed for you to leverage that data. And how we do that is we use our SDG assessment app, which is a digital verification app that we use to calculate your carbon footprint as well. Because this is a project important when we're all trying to get to that net zero and we're all trying to make impact in the world along with the sustainable development goals as well. So by using this approach, you can benchmark your project right away from real data in your business. And this this transformation extends like well beyond operational efficiencies. It elevates your brands, it enhances your reputation as a leader in environmental stewardship. So by the end of this webinar today, you'll be equipped with a strategic roadmap to harness the full potential of the SIP program. Okay, so stay with us on how to transform your sustainability initiatives from standard practice to a strategic asset that drive business success and leadership in sustainability. This isn't just about catching up with the current standards, it's about setting the new ones. So why me? I mean, my name is Sian Young, and I am an international speaker. And my TEDx talk on in Greece shared about how sustainability in life and business will save the planet. I've been in the world of sustainability for a long time, and I started as a fitness instructor, and then I developed into the sustainable success coach, where I shared my sustainable health and well-being and lifestyle knowledge first to 5,000 women who were in my fitness studio, and then through national news publications like London Metro, Daily Mail, The Sun, Authority Magazine, and many others. And the logos you see here represent organizations I'm either alumni of, been featured on, or delivered training to. And my sustainable lifestyle strategies saved my family £21,000 in 3 years. So, this is where I started my multi award winning entrepreneurial career over 20 years ago. But then I met this young dude, right? Dr. James, who is a sustainable business researcher and entrepreneur with two books containing 12 years of research in sustainable business strategy. One is published on Routledge and the other on Wiley. Now, when I met, we knew it was love, right? But that's not the point of this presentation because we also knew we met for a reason, and the reason we're here is to help small businesses become sustainable and be able to prove that so that they can tender for more contracts. Okay, so we've put our skills together and we built the Center for Sustainable Action, and then we realized that everybody needed a tool in order to verify their impacts, and so we created that tool. And then of course we love collaboration, we love partnership, so we collaborating, our course is a collaboration with Mita Sani from the main group, which is a London HR expert business, basically because we knew that we needed that little bit of extra skills to affect and empower teams to drive human centric change, and that cross departmental collaboration and conversation, and enable companies to validate the efficiency of their sustainability initiatives, but also to bring all the ideas of the stakeholders together and empower them to run a pilot that is pertinent to their business. So there's an opportunity here. Like sustainability has swiftly moved from a niche concern to a critical business imperative, underpinning by escalating demands for regulatory frameworks. Okay. Now, in today's global market, the regulatory pressures are growing, and it's not just about compliance. They're a response to the urgent need for environmental stewardship. So legislative bodies worldwide are enacting more stringent environmental regulations. They're demanding transparency, and small businesses are seeing this by if they're especially if they're in supply chains. So the landscape is changing, and meanwhile, consumers' expectations have evolved now. They're not just evolving; they have evolved, and they want to vote. They vote with their wallet. They want to know, what are you doing? Are you a conscious business? So the it's just good news for you, because sustainability is a competitive advantage. Okay, so companies that proactively adopt sustainability practices are discovering efficiencies, they're fostering innovation, and they're enhancing their brand quality. They are positioning themselves ahead of the curve, and they're getting ready to capitalize on the green economy and appeal to environmentally conscious customers. So the Sustainable Impact Program is a strategic response basically to these overarching trends. So I want to share with you like what we discovered when we were creating the program are three key secrets or keys to basically enacting change in your business. And of course, the first one is fun. I mean, if it's not fun, it's not getting done, right? So that's how I feel about fun. And then again, I don't stress enough the dynamic data is you got to have the right data, especially if you want other stakeholders in your business to put very valuable resources to it. And then leadership. So dynamic leadership from industry experts to keep you on the right path. So let's have a look at putting fun in the process. So here I want to share with you our fun little playground in the metaverse, okay? So integrating fun and interactive learning and cross-departmental collaboration through hybrid approach, and this is what we use our metaverse cities for SDG map for. It boosts team dynamics, it boosts cohesion, and gamified learning environment. It not only makes the process engaging, but it also is highly effective in fostering team success. And leading cities are the world's top third GovTech Accelerator program, and they use this method for their global engagement. And they have a spaceship in the metaverse, which I often visit, and research. So fun, yes, and data driven, yes. But what is behind the data? The research, it underscores everything that we do. Okay, so you might be thinking that hybrid training program might be difficult to implement, but implementing these engaging and interactive methods of hybrid learning, it means that you can bring into the physical space and the digital space all of your team, no matter where they are working. And so this approach maximizes your resources. You don't have to hire out expensive places. You can do this with the resources and the team and the space that you have. So we mentioned about that leveraging hybrid, and then I've got to go back to the fun, because we humans, we love fun. If we make things boring and hard, it's never going to happen. And I want you to understand from this presentation that implementing sustainable initiatives in your business, like, it's a business advantage. It is a good idea, but it also can be fun. It's so innovative. It's just fun. Okay, so we are looking at the dynamic data now. So many people think it's hard to get dynamic data, especially for project ideas. But our innovative app is It's awesome. You can use it at the beginning. That's what we do at the beginning of the program. And you put in all the data, and we support you in understanding what data you need, which is a brilliant learning journey for a small business to go on as well. And then we can use it to align what you're doing to the sustainable development goals, which really gives you great marketing. And then you can benchmark off of where you are now. So, where you are now, and then you do a pilot of the project, which we support you with our HR expertise, and we boost the motivation. And then at the program's conclusion, we then use the data and again all the research that we have behind that, and we then show you the impacts of your projects. Okay. So this is what this pilot program can do. And any approach that you do like this that is measured and incorporating gamified elements and the team support will mean you get that transformational change, and you also get powerful insights that are based on key learnings that you've made, and they've been created by your team. It's involving all the team that is really important. So, as I've mentioned, I'll just reiterate that working together, and you don't have to be in the same place, using gamified fun elements, but making sure you're tracking the data of the pilot project that you decide, a project that's key to your business, then making sure that you have the leadership after that to support any questions that you may have in implementing your pilot project. Okay. So, as I said before, we have me, Sian Young, and I have built the Centre for Sustainable Action and SDG Assessment. And I've been in the world of sustainability for a long time, especially around human element and change for the human. Dr. James, who is a collaborator on this course, sorry, he also has done deep dive research into key success models, and we have some case study to show you after this. And Mita Sani is also our collaborator, and she has over 12 years experience in HR expertise. So she can really understand the dynamics of your organization and how to make the pilot process um, smooth, and we help you support get key learnings out of it. So one person who's used the methodologies that we use sold £50,000 worth of waste. So they looked into their business and they decided they were going to make some sustainable change, and they literally collected the waste that normally would go to landfill or normally be chucked out, and they then started to sell it as recyclables, and they made 50,000 pounds in a year and saved 28% carbon footprint annually. Okay, and then the key here is that now in today's market you can also sell that as carbon credits, so you can turn your waste into a profit stream. And the World Bank has just allocated $100 million towards plastic credits. So if you are looking into your waste streams or that of your supply chains, you can gather that waste stream, and it can now, instead of being a waste stream, it can become a revenue stream. So participants in the SIP program, they gain more than just theoretical knowledge. They receive practical insights and tailored strategies that directly address the unique challenges in their business and in their business context. And the team comes up with the ideas. So, yeah. So, the collaboration between us all is what makes this program so powerful. It's a comprehensive, transformational program. It's not a tick box exercise, it's a transformational experience. And by integrating all the diverse perspectives and knowledge from your team, you can really create a holistic approach, and then you can test the approach and make sure that it's going to give you the revenue savings or increases and carbon reduction that you need. So I just want to Check that you've been enjoying the insights that have come with this webinar because we're moving towards the end now. And I shared with you how to make it fun, gamify it, and even you can do that in so many different ways. There's very many tools online. And then you need to make sure you collect the data. That's one of the most important things if you're going to make a change in your business. Don't just like think it up and do it, test it. Do the data thing first and get leadership advice, get guidance. And then I want to ask if you would like to take the next step with me and with me and our team with the Sustainable Impact Program. Okay. And I want to give you just another chance to understand that this program is tailored. It's tailored to fit you as an organization because we're all different. Like humans, our organizations are different as well. And we want to have an impact that lasts. And so I'll just share another quick case study with you. Is one of our clients and members now at the Center for Sustainable Action has used our sustainable reporting and our SDG app, and their funding went from 50K to 250K in 8 months. And they are rinsing and repeating that report, just like if you go through the program, you can get the knowledge, get the data, and you can go for funding. You can apply for tenders. There's so much you can do with it. So this program, we actually are only going to run two of them this year. Okay, we are in the pilot phase, exactly. So we're collecting data on the efficiencies of this program, and so we have like we're doing it at cost right now because this is, I'd say, beta tester. And so we're doing it at cost, but we're only going to do for two businesses who are committed to wanting to have sustainable impact, measure that impact, and then be able to tell that impact to all their stakeholders. Okay, so if you would like to be one of those businesses, then you can scan this QR code and it will take you to a landing page where you can book a call. On this call, you won't be disappointed, even if you choose that the program's not for you, because we have you're going to get me and Dr. James on that call. So even if you have strategy that you need to question around your sustainability aspects of your business or change management, then we're going to be thankful that you took the time to book a call with us, and we would love to help. Okay. So thank you very much for giving me your time. And that is our Sustainable Impact Program.
All right. Well, I'm first of all, I'm really well. Thank you for delivering this presentation. You can leave the QR code up just in case some people want to take a bit longer to book the call. I have a couple of questions for you, and then I'll
Mhm.
figure out why my face is so pixelated. But I'll figure that out later. Uh, the first question that I have is there a particular set of companies or minimum requirements where this process will be more effective for? It's like, okay, your company needs to be at least at this level
Yeah.
to make sure that you get the most out of this process.
Yeah, I would say your team probably needs to be around 10 people minimum, and then up to 50 people in the team. So it's a
Mm.
business that size. And you need to be making a decent amount of income, I would say, so that you can take the opportunity of the course.
Okay, so what you're talking about is like a minimum of 10 people to maximum of
Hmm.
50. This is the case study we are looking.
Yeah.
Another question that I have was around the gamification.
Hmm.
Gamification is really, I know, is a big part of your methodology in terms of creating sustainable action and getting things to get completed and follow through. Can you give an example of some like ideas or things that you have seen, whether it's with your clients or whether you've seen like externally, of gamified processes that worked, that you have seen, that you have witnessed, so then some people can get a better idea of how would that work?
Well, the Cities for SDG map that I showed you, that has worked really well for holding meetings as well and pitching your business. Because it's dynamic, you can change it. So, pitching your businesses on it has worked. I've seen it work for a seller city where they have businesses actually hire out offices in their metaverse. And what can happen is you can go there and, as I often do, jump on a go kart because you got to have the fun, right? And then go and visit. I visit an office in Jamaica recently, and have conversations with people that you bump into the hall. So when you want to open up, and the way that's worked out for me is I'm now on an advisory board of an organization that's launching in Dubai, to go in after wars have ended to help people understand how to transform the landscape they've got. So now the impact I'm able to have is massive, and that come from running around. It's either either going around my go kart or with my cat on a spaceship. So if you open your mind to that, there are places now where people are pooling together, and then you go and you visit that person when you can. And I've also seen it in the fact that it's opened up the centre to members across the world. We've had members come in and join us from Africa, from Pakistan, because you've been able to have that element where they can just drop in.
I like it. I like those ideas. So then it can be gamified. It's a bit more fun, as you mentioned. Like fun is really important, in particular when you're talking about the topic of climate change and climate action is really urgent and is crucial right now, and it can be very heavy. And bringing that lightness, we know a company knows why they're doing a certain project. The company knows why it's important for them as a company, why it's important for the planet, what's important for the world as a whole. So now that we know this, let's make it fun. I have another question around the leadership part because that was the last element that you mentioned. And are there situations where leadership actually can be an obstacle for implementing those? And let's say that, for example, someone that is not in a leadership team is was watch this training or listen to these webinars and they say, I would love to, but I don't have the decision making powers. How do you get the leadership on board, leadership team on board to actually experiment in this way?
Mm. Yeah, and I'm glad you asked this question because the beginnings of this program were from talking to someone in that position. They were talking to someone in an organization that couldn't get buy-in from the leadership, and they couldn't get buy-in because they couldn't get the right evidence. Now, this course is a low cost training, right? When you're looking into organizations with them levels, it's a low cost training, it's a low commitment, it's a chance for the team and someone in that position who's like lower level management that needs to report to leadership to get initiatives passed can enact a training event for their team. And then from this event, they get the data and the evidence and the support to turn that into a report that's killer. Just like the report that Samuel got, that now got him from 50K to 250K in
Yeah.
funding, that's getting him in all the doors. So, this is the point of this training, it's to say, look, what you present it as is it's a low commitment team training around sustainability and team cohesiveness, and you just want to test this idea you've got. And that's how it's going to empower people like that as well in their careers. If they want to step up in their career and they want to have a big win, then by going with evidence data to the upper level leadership team and say, look, this is the carbon footprint we could reduce, this is how much resources it's going to reduce, and also not spending money that you didn't have to spend, to get that evidence.
I love it. I love it. So that's a great way actually to get the team on board, to get the leadership team to have the full buy-in from the company by having actually the important data and data points to
Hmm.
then make those strategic decisions as well. So for everyone that has been watching, listening, if you think this is relevant for your business, make sure you book a call with Sean. Sean and I go a long way back, and I've seen the development of our business and the Center of this for Sustainable Action literally from the very beginning, and seeing how it has grown into this incredible movement, and the technology that they've put into place is incredible. So make sure you book the call, and you know that you have someone in your corner that knows what she does with an incredible team to support in achieving your sustainability goals. I have another question for you, Sean, before
Yeah.
we wrap up, which is what's next for the Center of Sustainable Action?
Well, because we are a membership body that runs in cooperative mindset array, we have a bunch of members who are part of the cooperative. And what we do is we vote, okay? We voted on two projects that we were going to do and we were going to make happen. And the one that we're voting on now, which I will be reaching out for people to find out what they need, is our sponsorship project. So we're working to build a sponsorship project for organizations, entrepreneurs, or small to medium businesses that know that if they implemented a certain strategy into their business, that they could like reduce their carbon footprint, increase equality, or any of the sustainable development goals, then they can apply for that sponsorship in their business. So we are building that right now, which is really exciting.
I cannot wait to see it as well. So, Sean, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for also sharing about your program and giving these insights for companies that are ready now to achieve their sustainability goals in a more effective, in a more efficient, and in a more fun way. So, make sure you book the call. And until next time, remember that together we grow exponentially. Ciao.